Alright, so in this lesson, we're going to take a look at something really simple and basic. We're going to make an object bounce using chops. Alright, so what I have is I have my rubber toy and I have like a labs axis align to put it on top of the grid. And what I'll do is I'll just take a transform node. And in the transform, we want it to bounce in the y-axis. So we'll right click here and come to motion effects and take a wave. Now what the wave does is it generates a waveform. And if you press play, you should get this. So now I want to edit this so that it gives me a bounce, but then I also want the bounce to sort of fade out. So it'll automatically jump into the chops network, but it's here, like it generates this network for you. So you can double click in here and come in. The one we want to take a look at is this node, okay, the wave node. So the first thing is you can adjust like the period. So if I want to slow down the bounce, like let's say if I want it, at 2, then it'll sort of, slow down the wave. Okay, so what I want to do is firstly, I want it all to be in positive. So just take a math node. So in the math node, take the channel post op and make it positive, like that's it. So what will happen now is this. Okay, so this is pretty simple. Now what we want is we want this to fade out, but let's also say that we don't want it for like the whole duration. So what you can do is you can come into channels and you have the option here. You can set it to start and end. And let's say I only want it for, like 120 frames. So it will be for 120 frames. Okay, so we can get it to 120 or let's keep it to 130. Okay, so you can see like it kind of keeps continuing after this, but you can define that over here. So we can say extend right and we can just do hold. See, so now, it just stops at that point. Okay, now what I can do is I'm going to take another wave node and control click on it if you just want to see, if you just want to solo that node in there. And what I want to do with this is the type will be set to ramp. Okay, and it's going to go from 0 to 1, but we want it, the other way around. So take the amplitude, make it -1, and then offset it so that offset it by -1. Okay, so you'll get this. And then take another math node and plug these in together. Okay, and we can do combine chops and do a multiply. And there you go. Okay, now what we can do is let's take the period of this and make it 5. So it's like all the way till the end. Because the period is 2, so it's kind of repeating. So we want the period to be like the actual duration of our animation. And that's pretty much it. Like if I press play, you'll get this. So you can have it slow down. Yeah, so that's how you can do a simple bounce animation using chops.